everyone, and welcome to episode 316 of the 8-Bit Geek. I'm back. I missed an episode.
This is hold on. Wait.
Did you say yay?
Yeah, but hold on. What episode is this?
You fucked up.
317.
What did you say? Go to the tapes.
Did I say 316?
Yeah, let's get Matt to do a replay. You can draw on the screen.
So you said 315 last week. I said 316 this
You
week.
wrote 315, so I said it. God damn it. It's like fucking Anchorman.
It's
Go
like
fuck yourself, San Diego.
yeah. Or like that one time where I did that to Jer. Remember where I changed his intro? I wrote like something about sucking dick or whatever I wrote. I don't remember what it was, but then he read it, and then we laughed for 10 minutes. It was like, when the fuck did you change that? Yep.
Well, welcome to 3617.
Oh my god.
It's written. How did you even get it wrong? It's written everywhere.
The last episode I did was
huge.
315, so it's natural. I just want to say 16.
No, get out of here.
I have
There's
such a great memory that I wanted to start off right with the last episode I left off.
You have such a good memory. What's the name of Mark Kenobi's pet porg?
Oh, well, that's easy. He never had one.
Damn it. Damn it. Spoilers. Just kidding.
Spoilers. Oh. Yeah, we still have episode 9. He can find one on the way.
If you are new to the show, I normally do a long intro here. It's drawn out and most of the time not funny. But we had a long-ass weekend, so you don't get one. I'm Jeremy, and with me today are two men who play with their controllers, even if they aren't playing with video games.
Hands up. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. Kev? Do you need to see a specialist? Like, I feel like you need to go to like counseling or something. Like, there's some deep-seated issues going on. If you're playing, I don't know. That's what the therapist is going to find out. Sitting there playing with the controller when you're not actually playing anything.
Well, it's just, you get your dream games, I don't know. I'm like Hideo Kojima. I've got all these cool games in my head, and then
So you're playing them.
Yes.
Okay.
Or I'm actually just playing a game incognito, and you guys can't see.
That's actually way more probable.
Doug has launched Battlefront 2.
Launched. It's been going.
Yeah, I've been playing all day.
24/7.
Hey, I unlocked that Princess Leia skin though.
Hey,
Nice.
say your names.
Oh, I'm Doug.
I'm Kevin.
There you go. Let's see. We had a long weekend because we were at a convention. Kevin flew down from the taco tour.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh yeah, it was a fun 6-state run.
And you got to meet your idol,
Billy,
Ryan.
I love Ryan. I get to see him so often. I love it.
It's
Not often enough, but yeah, I get to hang out with Ryan.
Random Hero was there.
Random from the from Discord and Patreon and all that fun stuff. A fan and a friend, and Caleb, aka Kale D-Bag.
Y'all had a good time, and then you flew down and hooked up with us. We went to the Fan Expo Dallas Comic-Con, biggest. I guess the biggest one now in Texas.
It was huge. It was awesome.
It seems like it. I mean, as far as their guest lineup, I mean, Comic Palooza this next weekend has some pretty sweet guests too, but not in the number that Dallas did. Dallas had a lot of great guests. Comic Palooza had some good guests, but I mean, they got Amelia Clark, which to me is still kind of like a big get.
It's a big pull.
But
I can't wait. I can't wait for when the Game of Thrones season is over, and then we start seeing these guys tour all together and hit up a couple Comic Cons, and we get to see the fucking half of the cast at one con. Remember Alamo City when they did the fucking when it was really popular? They did The Walking Dead.
mm-hmm.
Oh
And,
yeah,
they made a huge deal out of it. They had huge banners. Everyone was on display. They had a huge section just for that, and that was awesome. I want to see that with Game of Thrones. Make it happen, Doug.
All right, let me just give Apple a call real quick. Hold on, just real quick. I'm just going to call him up real quick. I'm just going to call him up real quick. No, straight to voicemail.
Straight to voicemail.
It rang. It rang twice and went to voicemail. So I think he's definitely avoiding my calls.
Let me know if you get a hold of him.
I don't have high hopes for us, Jarrett.
So we did the con. I did a cosplay. Listen, we talked all about this in the con wrap up show, which is on the podcast channel. So if you want to go in depth with what we're talking about here, you can do that over there and listen to an hour of everything. But we're just going to give you a kind of an overview of what happened. I did a cosplay. It was really well received. People really liked it, I guess, and I understand why people cosplay now. Like, I guess I had an understanding of what, like, the motivation behind it, but to have a true understanding, like, to actually do it, like, it's crazy. I could see how addictive it can be. It's really cool. We rode scooters across the city. We ate good food together. We had good times, and we met some stars, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so check it out in the wrap up show. But we had a really good time. And then I stole Kevin's a card and shut off electricity to him when he was in the shower.
Oh,
And that was not fun. That was not fun for
Ah.
anybody.
yeah.
Because we've never seen Kevin mad before, and Kevin got angry, and you don't like Kevin when he's angry.
Oh,
You know,
was-
it's funny
it was a bad
because
morning.
even as Kev is angry, he's still nice about being angry. He's like mad and he's like telling you, he's like, "Hey guys, I'm really pissed off. You know, and I don't want to be because I really love you guys and you're really great, but fuck
Verbatim.
you all."
Yeah, but fuck you all.
It's like you have the transcripts.
Yeah, man. Fuck y'all. I love you.
Basically.
I hate
And
you.
it
I
was-
love you.
And it was definitely an accident. But here's my question about that. I was thinking about it today,
Mm-hmm. That's kind of weird.
and if I was in your position, I would have gotten out of the shower real quick and texted and been like, "Hey, you just took the key. I don't have power. Can you bring it back? I don't know what happened." Like, I would have did that instantly. What? Why didn't you?
Because I was already soaped up and everything. I was all lathered. What am I going to do? I'm not shower all lathered up and fucking Beethoven the bathroom. So I just finished what I could.
Sorry, the Beethoven reference made me laugh. Just
Yeah.
imagining you and they're like, I know what you
Y'all
mean.
see how hairy I am? I'm a hairy kid. I fucking just like, it's just bad. No, you can't have, like, they will charge us extra to like fucking shampoo the carpets.
I saw the drain before we left.
I told you. I shed. It's fucking shedding season, boys. My spring coat's coming in.
Yeah. The winter coat's falling out.
Yeah.
Gross.
But hey, for real, cool for hotels to go green, but fuck hotels that do that shit.
Yeah, we were talking about it in the Saga chat earlier, where it was like, you take it out, the room's AC defaults to like 74 degrees, but it's an east-west facing hotel, so it's getting that Texas sun all fucking day. Like, those rooms they heat up quick, and they take forever to cool down. Like, so if you go into a room, you put in your key, let's say you're staying there for a couple days, but you take your key out because you want to conserve energy, you're going to use more energy cooling that room down than if you would just kept the AC going. Like,
Or even close the curtains.
yeah. Oh, I mean, that too. But that's the thing is, like, the cleaning crew will go in, unless you have the do not disturb, and they'll open those curtains up because you want the nice natural light. Nah, it's Texas. I know that it says that it's 72 degrees outside, but you walk into the sun, and you may as well just be walking on the sun.
Whoa. Slow down there, Smash Mouth. You're an all-star, Doug.
I know. Thank you. Get your game on.
There's something else that was important that I think we should talk about because something else happened. Cav, you visited your dad, didn't you?
No. My dad, I go visit my dad this weekend.
Are you fucking
How did I
kidding?
visit my dad in all of this time?
Well, you disappeared for a couple hours. We thought maybe you just kind of quick.
Oh, that dad. Yeah.
No, I thought you did like last week or some shit, like during the week. I don't know, Cav.
Yeah,
I don't.
I went to go. I went to pay my dad a visit when I got some free time. It was really sweet. He didn't expect it. Kind of snuck in. called him about half hour before I got in there. It was
Well,
cool.
there goes that. I thought that you talked to him. That was the whole next shtick, and
Yeah.
failed. It's over.
I know. I tried to tell you before the show that we shouldn't do it this week because Doug was saying he wants to wait until I
Okay.
got back.
So next show we could do conversation with Kevin's dad.
Yeah, we'll just edit this out,
Our screw
everyone.
up. That's our screw up. Conversations.
Conversations.
Oh shit. Anyways, if you've gotten this far into the episode, we've got some social media stuff and a website. You check it out at the 8-Bit Geek, and come hang out at Discord, and also subscribe to the Patreon because it's got a lot of cool stuff. So there's that, short and sweet. You can find all that info on the website at www.
E.
dot
No.
T
No.
H
No. No.
E the number 8 B I T G E E K
God damn.
dot C O M. Now, if you're using an old style web browser, if you're on Windows 98 or something, please don't forget to use your HTTPS : //
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, and then just put that in and
On your Netscape browser.
or AOL dial-up. So top box office.
Any hoozles.
I'm really trying to make that a thing.
It will be a thing, Kev. Just lean into it.
Hey guys, I don't know if you knew this, but if you're living under a rock, Avengers is on its way to beating Avatar.
Good.
Finally. Something to take
Good.
him-
Take James Cameron down.
Take him down.
Take him down.
Last time James Cameron made a good movie, go.
Fucking Terminator. Terminator 2.
Terminator
Wait,
2.
fucking Terminator? Was that the
Fucking Terminator. That was the 70s, like with Ron Jeremy. Fucking Terminator. He's like, come with me if you want to come.
Gross.
Nasty.
God damn it.
And
I'm so
instead of
sorry,
a-
new fans. God damn
instead
it.
of-
I've ruined that one.
Instead of a thumb, raising a thumb in the fire, it's a penis.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I was thinking also if it was like T2, you've got that one dude that's like made of metal that can change his appearance and stuff because he's made of like, the liquid metal. And because it's a cheap porno made in the 70s, it definitely made that noise too.
No, it made the $6 million man, like the Bionic Man jump.
Yeah.
That wah, 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 wah. We need a soundboard for sound effects. Become one of those wacky radio shows.
Oh, Jesus.
Welcome to 8-Bit Geek in the Morning. I am the Fuzz.
Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah, right. We're just gonna make all of our. It's just gonna be mouth noise.
Auga.
Oh God.
Woo!
Why has the Discord been so quiet? Here we are, fucking shouting sounds at each other.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
This is why no one hangs out with us at cons.
Ah.
let's check out the TMC hotline.
God. Any hoozles.
Any hoozles, indeed.
I can't stop thinking about it. The three of us would be so damn tired after 5 minutes of being that high energy.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm already tired of it.
All right,
Doesn't take
so
much for that.
Avengers Endgame moves past Titanic to take the number 2 spot on the fucking box office.
Yeah, beating out Titanic. So fuck one of them.
Yep.
And
One of the
now he's
James
coming
Cameron
for them
movies.
too.
Yep. Which, yeah, it's unfair that this motherfucker has that many movies and that have grossed that much globally and domestically. Not that Titanic is a bad movie, but like it's not a great movie. And then same with Avatar. it and also unfair because Avatar was in theaters for like a fucking year.
It just wouldn't go away.
It wouldn't. Yeah, they re-released it like a year later or less than a year later. It was like, it hit theaters and then it was like, it kept going and then it was like around the holidays they're like, we're gonna bring it back. I was like, that's not. Fuck you. It was like it's out on video right now. Yeah. But people don't want to watch this shit at home. They want to watch it on the big screen.
Yeah, with 3D, our new state of the art 3D.
You got to give it to them though. That's what drew people in was this technology, and it hasn't been done as well since.
Sure, and that's also why they were able to hit those numbers because of the 3D ticket costs.
Mm-hmm.
So Avengers taking number one. Number two is the highly anticipated sequel to Intruder 1. This one it's The Intruder making 10 million.
Is it? I can't tell if you're joking. Is this legitimately a sequel to something?
No, he thinks it's something like Get Out because there's 2 African American people on the cover.
Wow.
Okay, wow, you made it about race.
Wow.
Thanks, Kev.
It has got a 38. It's got a 38 meta score. So
5.4 on IMDb.
Yikes.
Long Shot coming in at third with 9.7 million, which is strange because this thing seemed like it was going to be a lot of fun. It looked like a classic fucking Seth Rogen film.
It's got a 70 on Metascore, Metacritic.
Ashley watched it and she said it was undeniably funny. It was clever comedy, and
she went and saw it without you.
That sounds like a Hollywood review, like undeniably funny or something that would show up like on the trailer.
He's trying to get that quote. He's trying to get that quote on the DVD. Undeniably funny, the 8-Bit Geek.
It was just one of the most beloved crowd pleasers of the year. That's all.
God damn it!
It's got I'm even looking at the cast of like other people that are in it. It's got a good cast aside from Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen. Bob Odenkirk, Andy Serkis, Randall Park, Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, it's got a lot of great people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get this out of the way because it's really sad news, and it happened right as we were going to the con. Mm-hmm. It was announced that Peter Mayhew has passed away. If you don't know who he is the man behind Chewbacca. Just a wonderful human being who lived in North Texas.
Yep, he was scheduled to be at the convention this weekend, and the con did a very lovely thing they took his booth and they set up like a I don't want to say shrine, but kind of like a memorial. Yeah, a memorial for him. They had like flowers and people were leaving stuff there, like Chewie figures and stuff. And then they had two like guest book things that you could sign to that would be, I guess, be given to the family and stuff. I mean, but like he was, tweeting and stuff the week before about being excited to be there. And unfortunately, he had the family saying he had a heart attack on April 30th. And I don't know. I said this in our chat and stuff. One, the dude was, super tall. I forget exactly how tall he was, but typically people who are that tall don't have long lifespans. It's hard for their bodies to keep up. So the fact that he was like 74 years old in itself is a miracle.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really good for him. And then, the other side of that is that, we've talked about this, I think, before on the show, is that like you go to these conventions, he's going to be there. You can guarantee like find him in the smoking section. Like there's been so many times when we've been at Comic Palooza or Alamo City and stuff, and it's like, you pass by the smoking section and he's just out there smoking with fans and talking with people and stuff, him and his wife. And, he's 74 years old and you've been a smoker most of your life. Like that leads to heart problems. So, while sad, also not super surprising, especially again being 74, being super tall, and then that sort of stuff. It is very, very sad though, because he was just the nicest dude. and
Truly.
loved the Star Wars fandom. There's a few people involved in Star Wars that like love it just as much as the fans. Peter Mayhew was one of them. It's like Peter Mayhew and Warwick Davis and Anthony Daniels. Like those people are the ones that like they go to every celebration. They go to all these conventions. They love meeting fans and talking with fans and all that stuff. And so it is a loss for sure for the Star Wars fandom.
Amen. Rest in peace, Peter Mayhew.
Yeah.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, I got to sign his book too. I stood in line to do that. There was a good line for it at all times too, which was great. It was really consistent all 3 days. It was never empty, and it was a beautiful thing. So yeah, and I hope y'all got to sign it if you were there.
Well, let's move on to some more shitty news. Samsung has decided that you need a vertical TV.
I love the headline.
Yeah, because we live in hell.
This really is the darkest timeline.
It's ridiculous. It's now the good thing about it is that you can go from vertical to fucking landscape. But why?
This article's hilarious. A TV that flips into portrait mode and connects to your mobile device, which means youths, like in italics, youths can watch their Snapchats and Instagrams and TikToks and whatever the hell else they watch on a big screen. The future is here, and it's bad.
And they want $1,600 for it.
Why though?
Yeah, why? When I know a monitor is not the same, but like computer monitors have been able to do this for years.
Yeah, dude, that's how programmers like. It's like good for programming.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the fun part. You're talking about the youths quotations.
Not quotations, italics. It's
Italics.
yeah,
and quotations.
italics.
Like they're gonna get up from the couch to turn the TV vertical. They're gonna be on their phones. They ain't gonna give a shit about a TV.
Oh God,
Jesus. Mm-hmm.
Sonic, the Hedgehog. You guys know about that guy, right?
I've heard a thing or two.
Okay.
yeah, a little bit.
Well, check this out. This is breaking news. No one's heard this yet. This is an exclusive. Apparently, they released a trailer this week.
Mm-hmm.
And for the few that got an exclusive to see it, boy, it did not go over well with the test groups, and which would have been the entire internet, because they've decided to redesign Sonic due to the outrage, which is a great idea.
Yeah.
Way to go.
What made them think that was a good idea in the first place? They had to have QA'd that with any actual Sonic fans.
They didn't. And the funny thing is that you could have, like when they released the first image of Sonic sitting on the San Francisco Bridge, and they could have at that point looked at the response and been like, "Hey, maybe this is a bad idea, guys."
Yeah.
People don't seem to like his legs,
Yeah.
or his shoes.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of even with that, and then there was that like silhouetted image that was released, and people even with that were like, "The fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is this?" Now we talked about this a little bit this weekend at the convention, just talking about they announced that they're gonna redesign him. Apparently, the directors come out and said like due to the backlash and fan outrage that they're gonna redesign the character in like the 6 months before this movie comes out.
Costs a lot of money to do that.
Costs a lot of money to do that. And another thing we were talking about is that I was reading a thing from a person who deals with like consumer side of things, where it's like, and he was like, like the changes that are going to be done are not going to be large enough changes, because he's like, I guarantee you there are already toys and collectibles and McDonald's toys and all that stuff sitting in warehouses over in China that have already been made, that are already packaged and ready to go to start dropping them in the stores in the next few months. It's like they're not going to make that big of changes. They may make some, but they're not making a lot. Which my thing is like, it's Sonic. why would you not base your toy more on the like character video game character cartoon design and not the movie one? Because you can do everything else movie looking, but you could still keep Sonic looking like Sonic, and people will still doesn't have to look like the movie version. But I'm curious to see what they change, because there's like small changes that they could make: bigger eyes, bigger shoes, longer legs, smaller torso.
Rid of that stupid teeth in the mouth.
Oh, the human teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad. It was really bad.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand why they just don't CGI Sonic, because everyone else, I mean, they can make a perfect Sonic that way, and everyone would have been happy.
Yeah.
Like, look at Pikachu, Detective Pikachu.
Yep.
They didn't do anything. They didn't deviate from the plan, and they did, like, everyone's super hyped for it. All of the Pokemon look well represented, and then you see something like this where, like, they took an idea and they just fucked it like hardcore.
I will
it's
say,
a producer issue.
Yeah, I will say that there was some people who did complain about some of the Pokemon and the way that they look, because like I think it's like Jigglypuff or something in the thing, and it looks a little furry, which I think its description mentions that it's not furry. It just has like a fur on its head or whatever. And they're like, that's not what it's supposed to be like, because it looks like it's furry all over, or some fuzz, and stupid stuff like that. But at the same time, it looks like, Pikachu looks like Pikachu. Charizard looks like Charizard. Like they literally just took that character and then brought it into a 3D world, and it looks amazing. It looks great. Even with the ultra realistic, like, again, the fur and the scales and all those things, depending on what Pokemon it is. So yeah, no, there's a lot of people also, when this came out, it was like, wow, Detective Pikachu suddenly looks a lot better. Like, all those complaints we had. Fuck that. Fuck them. Like, fuck that. Now, it's fine. I'm going to see your movie. This looks like shit. So.
Amen.
Yeah.
What I hope isn't shit is the Willow sequels that have been confirmed to be in talks for Disney Plus.
Yeah, sequel series. So I wonder if we're going to get like a Dark Crystal sort of thing like Netflix is doing. Like a series.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I guess it'd have to say it would be a sequel and not a prequel. Like, I think the Dark Crystal is going to be a prequel series. It's supposed to take place before the events of the movie, leading up to it. But yeah, I mean, do you bring back Warwick Davis for this? I guess you have to, right?
Or Val Kilmer.
I don't know how you bring back Val Kilmer.
George Lucas is in talks to bring it.
Really?
So, yeah.
I know, like, this says John Kasdan is, and Ron Howard, because Ron Howard actually like directed it. I think I don't know if it was John Kasdan helped write it, but he definitely worked on Solo. But I think his may have been was it Lawrence Kasdan? I think was the writer for some of the original Star Wars movies who wrote some of the other ones also. I don't know how, if they were involved. I haven't looked at the original movie to see how involved some of these other people were. But I'm just curious. I'm down for this. I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with it too. I think
it'll make me revisit the Willow series too. I haven't seen that in years.
Knuckles in the chat says it can't be good because they use slurs and stuff in the original that they won't get away with today. Sure. They wouldn't use them today. They wouldn't use them today. Also, what are you talking? Are you talking about Dark Crystal? Or are you talking about Willow? Did Willow have slurs in it? It might have. Either of them might have. It was the fucking 80s.
Was Warwick Davis dropping the N-bomb?
No.
No. But I'm down for this.
There's a new movie on Netflix that everybody needs to check out, but they won't. It's called The Wandering Earth, and it is the third most highest grossing movie of the year.
Yeah, I want to see
but
this.
Nobody's talking about it, and Netflix just went ahead and said, "Here you go," and they put it out. And I mean, this thing, when the trailer dropped for it, I sent it to you guys, and I was like, "Oh, this looks sick."
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
And it's it's I think the second highest grossing movie of all time in China.
$693 million at the box office there.
Mm.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
And it looks like it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be legit. And even if it is, even if it isn't in English, I'm still gonna read it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could have great movies that are subtitled. What was that? the time movie.
Oh yeah. Time Bandits.
Time Bandits. No. The one where they're in the hotel and they're fighting their way through the hotel trying to like fight the
Oh yeah,
mob.
Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd. Well, yeah, but it was the Filipino version or like the Thai version. I can't remember.
Judge.
The Raid Redemption. That's what it was.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a great movie, but it was subtitled and it was beautiful.
I'm gonna watch this. I've added it to my list. God, I wish that they would have a better list system. Like, I wish, for the fuck's sake, like, give me stuff that I haven't watched yet that's on my list. Like, anything that you watch should go off of your list. Like, they just need a more organization on Netflix. I want it to be cleaner, nicer.
Especially since they're jacking up the price for everyone next month.
Yeah.
I want to be able to separate my list from movies to TV shows. You know, some stuff. There's a Ghost Rider TV in the works, and what's really strange about this Ghost Rider TV show is that they've decided it's not good enough for Disney Plus.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like, I thought you guys were trying to rein everything in. So why are you putting this on Hulu?
Because they own like 90% of Hulu, but I just like
I get it, but at the same time,
Hulu must have paid them a shit ton of money.
So they pay themselves a shit ton of money.
Yeah, they pay themselves a shit ton of money. Maybe because of the fact that Shield is on ABC, but they own ABC, and I don't know. It's really strange. It's a really strange decision. I wish that I could be on be a fly on the wall and hear what's going on with it.
Maybe they want to keep some subscribers with Hulu. You know, maybe they don't want to lose all of Hulu to
That's
Disney
fair.
Plus.
That's fair.
Because I mean, Disney's still making a profit from it. You know, so I mean, maybe that could be it. They don't want to pick it clean, especially since they already took the Simpsons from them.
Yeah, but Simpsons. I mean,
That's a huge pull.
They didn't have all the seasons though.
It was all 30 seasons. Yeah.
Was it on Hulu?
Mm-hmm.
Prove it.
I can't right now. Is it still on there, or did they already?
I already pulled it.
I don't even have a Hulu subscription anymore. Anyway, we got rid of it a while ago.
How do you even know?
Because there's
Then
news
how
about that.
do you even know? Well, I thought the news about the Disney Plus thing was that it was like this is the first time all 30 seasons have been anywhere to stream all of the episodes.
No, it's still there. No, it's it's only one season available on Hulu.
Oh, they used to have way more seasons available. I thought.
Might be current season.
No,
It's season 30 is available.
that's the current season, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys still watch that show or no?
What show?
Debbie does when she can.
What show?
The Simpsons. Okay.
No, I haven't watched The Simpsons in I don't know 2007 maybe, and even then that was only because the movie was coming out.
It's really current. It's just I guess that it's not as
It's not though.
it's not that like
It's not though.
It
takes
seems
them it takes them 9 months to make an episode, which means that they're 9 months behind everything. Now, sometimes, you know, these people in like Hollywood and whatnot, they know what's coming, so they're able to get stuff out. You know, like we know that Star Wars is releasing in December, so let's make our intro Star Wars related, and let's do something Star Wars related, or whatever, right? But you know, if you want like current, you know, like South Park and like Family Guy are the way to go. The shows that literally take them a week to make. I mean, seriously, South Park was to the point where it's like, man, that shit just happened yesterday. How the fuck did they get this in the show so quickly? Because it literally takes them hours to make an episode. There's a whole documentary like called 4 Days to Air, and it's buck wild.
Oh really?
Yeah, season premiere on Wednesday, and it's like Friday, and they're like, fuck, we should start on this.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, that was the iPad episode or the
the
human centipede.
Yeah, like season 20 or whatever, a couple of years ago.
What's it called? It's
Four
called
Days to Air. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's literally Yeah, and it was crazy. So like they get that episode out on Wednesday, and it's like Thursday morning. Like Thursday morning, they're like, "Ah, shit! Oh, here we go again." And yeah, man, they crank that shit out so fast, so
They
fast.
got it. It's so great to see that they're still like on their top of their game and they're on their toes because shit, it's hard to be that funny that quickly.
Well, and that's part of the documentary too, is that they're kind of like, what are we gonna do? And like that's why it's become so like about current topics and stuff, because it's like, well, we got to pull from somewhere. Let's pull from what's actually happening around us right now. And like this last season was so funny, but I mean, yeah, it was. I mean, they had the whole thing with the scooters, like in populating. Yeah, no, what we saw downtown, like there's a whole like series of episodes about that. It's like Halloween, and they're using those scooters to map out the best route to get the most candy. And they oh, we've got this great plan, and then they go out there to do it, and every other fucking kid in the town is doing the same goddamn thing. and then it's like the scooters are like sentient or something, and they're like it was so fucking funny. It was so fucking funny. And they just keep showing up, even though they keep like trying to get rid of them. They just keep showing up the next morning. There's more scooters on the corners. Yeah,
That was the funniest thing about the Dallas Comic Con. When we went out to try to find a scooter, we couldn't find one at like midnight, and we're like, finally, we found a couple. But then when you wake up in the morning, they're littered everywhere around the convention center.
yeah. And there was like they did stuff about Amazon and all that stuff because like and Bezos shows up and he's got this giant fucking head. And oh god, it was so fucking funny. But it was all around the time, like all these like, like oh my god, that just happened. Like
That's incredible.
it's insane. Yeah, man. I highly recommend that documentary.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's get into some gaming news. And Doug, don't shut off, okay? Because this is about Pokemon. Okay. Oh no, come back, come back.
There he goes.
We already
All right,
talked. We already talked about this weekend, so I don't give a shit.
Damn.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Worldwide Pokemon Go players bag up to 145 tons of trash for Earth Day. So good on you, nerds. Hey, wait a minute, that's my job. It took you a while to cue that up, huh?
Fuck, man. I was like, I forgot where it was.
Oh man, you've lost your touch.
Let's see. They bagged up 145 tons of trash for Earth Day.
Amazing.
Good job, nerds.
Reward them,
Wait a minute.
Nintendo, Niantic. Do it. Reward them with some cool skin. Give them like an Earth Day skin. That would be amazing.
That's important. It's really important. We're killing this Earth at an alarming rate.
Here we are.
No more evident than the UN releasing their kind of report on things here on this little planet. Everything's dying. Plastics taking over the ocean. 400 tons of industrial waste gone into the ocean this year.
Man.
Fuck.
Yep.
Anyway,
And we've got a president who's just making that shit easier and easier, especially after this last week where he reversed some of Obama's regulations on drilling in the ocean. But I mean, whatever, right? No, he's okay. He's better than Hillary, right?
there's I guess
more
there's
drilling in the ocean. That's how we got fucking Godzilla, right?
Well, okay. It depends
We're
on
gonna
which.
wake the gods.
It depends on which Godzilla you're talking about. It's definitely how we got the kaiju in that one movie with the giant robots. Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim. Yeah.
open a portal.
Yep.
Yeah, there's actual dead zones in the ocean right now where they're the size of the UK, where nothing lives inside of them. You can't because it's just nothing. It's so polluted.
Ugh.
Fucked up, man.
Yeah, the amount of fish in the ocean like today is like a third, not even a third. It's like a sixth of what it was like 50 years ago.
They're overfished. That's why.
Overfished, and they're just dying because of all the plastic and pollutants in the water. No. And also the rising temperature of the water is also causing a lot of these fish to die because they're being boiled
and
alive.
also their homes with the coral reefs.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey, good job, humans.
Yep. And then
GG, high five.
the bee population is in trouble, and if those die out because of the fact that we are building tons of farms and everything on the coastal fronts where bees, tend to live, we're pushing them inland and fucking just killing them in mass. Like nothing will survive once bees are dead. You can say goodbye to humanity. That's how easy it is for us to fucking kill each other, die off. So Epic Games is buying Rocket League.
Oh god, and the bad news just keeps continuing.
God.
Let's start. Oh, got first the bees. Now psionics. Damn it!
Rip.
No.
Rip.
Yeah. So Epic Games buying Psionics, and they're the makers of Rocket League. And right now, they're saying that gameplay won't be any different. Everything will remain the same team. No one's leaving. But they haven't decided if they're going to keep selling it on Steam. I don't think it matters. They've already sold 400 million copies. What are you gaining from this? I wonder if Rocket League 2 is on the way.
Maybe. I also feel that maybe this is a little bit of Epic Games whipping its giant dick around.
I agree.
It could be.
Like,
especially with the whole cross-platform, because they're obviously both on the same page as far as cross-platform play goes.
yep, and yeah, like if they stop selling on Steam, I mean, Epic. We talked about it 2 weeks ago, I think it was, that they threw down an ultimatum. They said, "Yo, do this, and we'll do this." And this sounds like okay, you're not going to do it, fine. So we're going to buy one of your top sellers from your store, and we're gonna make them stop selling it there. Maybe we'll see, but we'll give you guys like 30 more days. And
We're
then
gonna
we'll see what happens.
We're gonna do what you guys wouldn't do, which is enable crossplay. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. Now, if you have it already on Steam, you don't have to buy it again. You can the updates and everything. This is what I'm hearing, is that the updates will still be available if you've already purchased it through Steam. You can still play it on Steam and all that stuff. It's just new players will not be able to buy it through Steam. They'll have to go to Epic Games if that happens. But we'll see.
I still won't talk shit about that game. It's so much fun.
No, it is.
It's always fun to just go back and revisit.
I go back and play it every once in a while. I just played it last week for a few games. I tooled around and I was like, cool. I haven't bought the Season 3 pass because I still support that. Even if I don't play a lot of it, I love that developer, and they do such great stuff. So I still support them. I was like, I'll throw it.
Hey, that's a good segue into supporting.
Oh, speaking of, man, y'all heard of this little game called Star Citizen? You remember when somebody in the past really railed against us because we were talking crap about it?
Yeah, I think that was Rex.
No, we had
Rex rails against us.
No, we had somebody message us and was like, "You guys are completely wrong about Star Citizen. It's amazing. I support it."
Is it Alex Jones?
You're completely wrong. Yeah, you're so wrong. You don't buy this game, you make them frogs gay.
And the bees.
Yeah, I don't remember. They're gonna call us out anyways.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
we'll get on the message.
The developers have burned through $240 million.
Jesus, which they raised 242 million.
Okay.
They've got, and then they've raised even more from. I guess they had 14 million remained at the end of 2017. They managed to raise more money by selling spaceship models that sold for as much as $3,000 each. God. There was interviews with former employees of the developer that says that the game that they promised us can barely run. One of the developers who was working on it said that, as the money rolled in, what I consider to be some of Robert's old bad habits, which is the owner of the studio, Mr. Chris Roberts, old habits began to pop up. Never being super focused, says Mark Day, whose company was contracted to work on the game in 2013 and 2014. It got out of hand, in my opinion. The promises being made, calling every feature the big ones. This dude was so unfocused. He goes, you know what this game needs? a single player mode. Let's make a separate game. Let's go to 2 games at the same time. It's unreal, man. It's so unreal.
This sounds like the same guy who made Fire Festival.
I was thinking the same.
Where
I
it's-
got swindled.
where it's like, oh man, so we're gonna have all these bands come out and play. Oh yeah, and we should also have catered food.
Yeah. He was
Oh
like,
shit, they should be able to have houses on the beach that they could stay at. It was just like, but hold on, we gotta get the bands first. No. We're gonna make the video first, and the rest will come later. That's what it sounds like. Kind of the same thing. It was just like,
it's like, listen, you know what this needs? Hollywood talent. Let's bring them in.
yeah. Seriously, they spent like $40 million just paying Mark Hamill to do whatever the fuck he's doing in the game.
We'll never see it. I don't think that this game will ever get released.
I don't think so either.
It's Star Citizen, produced by Ja Rule.
Jesus. Yeah, I can't wait to read about this in Jason Schreier, or whatever you say his name's new book.
Yeah.
Blood, Sweat, and
Real.
Pixels 2,
Oh.
Star Citizen edition.
They're going to make a whole book just based on this.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know he's going to release a whole... I can't wait.
Man,
It's going to be so good.
can't wait.
Now, if you want to see how to actually make a game, this week, God of War: Raising Kratos will be available on May 10th on YouTube. So you can check that out. It's a full documentary about the making of God of War, and I'm very excited for that. Very excited.
I still need to finish that.
Oh, Kevin.
What, Kev?
What are you doing
know.
with your life?
What?
I'm slowly going through it. I haven't played my PS4 in a couple weeks because I've been playing Assassin's Creed. So.
Okay. Hey, Kev.
Mhm.
Your homework for the week
Yeah,
is to play this fucking game. I
yeah.
want
It's
to.
a beautiful game too. I don't know why I stopped.
Next Monday, I expect you to have played some. I don't. I want to say beat it, but I want you to have played some more.
I can promise you that.
Stop playing Mortal Kombat. And play this
That's
fucking.
hard to do, man. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Whatever. Just put it down for an hour and go play some God of War instead.
Okay.
That God of War is a game that you will want to go back and play at least once a year.
I want to play it again. And I've said this before. This is a game where if I could wipe my memory of the game and play it new, again, I would. What's that movie called? Fuck. The Jim Carrey movie where he wipes his memory.
Eternal Sunshine.
Yes,
of the
if
Spotless
I
Mind.
could eternal sunshine of the spotless mind myself of this game, I would.
Damn.
Well, then I'd be
you
like,
make it
who's this character on my board? Why do I have a poster for this? I don't know anything about this. And then I'd play it, and I'd be like, oh,
Leave
yes.
notes for yourself.
Yes.
Hey, dummy, play this again.
Yeah, get a tattoo of that. I'd just be like, memento. I'm just. Oh.
Well, Borderlands 3 is coming out this year, and Claptrap will have a new voice actor.
You wanna try clap who?
Claptrap.
Nope.
What, like that? Like
It is. His name is Claptrap. Listen,
yeah,
I'm,
huge
can't-
Borderlands fan. Yeah, right.
I can't diverge from my path. Okay.
Yo,
Even though I knew I was wrong the first time it came out of my mouth.
uh-huh. It's no wonder it sounds different because it's a different fucking character.
Claptrap
No.
is going to have a different voice because the previous voice has left the company. The original actor was David Eddings, and he won't be back for the sequel because he left. He worked at Gearbox as the vice president of licensing and business development.
Really?
Yeah, they asked him why he isn't going to voice it, and because they said that he asked for money and they declined to give it to him to voice it. So apparently what Gearbox does is they will actively seek out people in the studio to voice characters in their games.
I mean, they did the same with Ashley Birch.
And so they don't pay them for it. They just they say, well, they don't pay them extra. They say, hey, it's not a part of your job, but we would love for you to do this. So you kind of do it. You get paid your normal wage, and that's that. And you don't get a voice acting, kind of payday. So he asked for it. He was like, "I'll come back, but y'all have to pay me." And he was like,
So they paid someone else. That's the part that's frustrating. Or did they just get another employee to do
Then
it?
mine just got
No,
another
they
employee.
hired somebody. They hired somebody else. They hired a very.
So that's stupid.
You know what? What's really interesting also is that there's been the whole thing between Gearbox and what's his name? What's his name? Did the voice of Reese? What's that guy's? Tony Baker. Tony Baker.
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker. Tony Baker.
Tony Baker is like a comedian.
Yeah, Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Did the voice of Reese, and then same thing happened. Like people were like, he saw himself in the trailer and he was like, "Well, I guess I'm not doing it then." And they were like, "Well, we asked him to come back, and he said no." And he was like, "No, I never said no. You guys emailed me and said that like, hey, it was going to happen, and then I never heard back from you." Because he in an interview called out Randy Pitchford, because Randy Pitchford was the one who said something on his Twitter. It was like, this is no, we asked him and he said no. And he's like, well, Randy Pitchford needs to do some fact checking before he talks, because no, you didn't, and no, I didn't, because I was excited to come back to do it, and I never heard anything back from them. So,
And so Edding said, somebody on Twitter asked him, "Are you still Claptrap for Borderlands 3?" He said, "No. For the first time, I insisted on getting paid for my performance, and all of a sudden they couldn't afford me. Now, I'm not telling them how to run their business, but maybe next time they should put the 12 million payment from 2K in the Gearbox bank account instead. Just saying." And then Randy Pitchford came back.
of course he did. God, of course he did.
Mr. Eddings was paid very handsomely during his employment. After his employment, he was made a relatively generous offer to reprise his role. Unfortunately, he turned that opportunity down.
Yeah, man, I don't know. There's some, I mean, it's some shady shit, I feel like. Mm-hmm. Like, just there's two people now who are saying, like, they either weren't asked back or they asked to be paid, and they were turned down, with Randy saying, "Oh, we did offer to pay, but they turned it down." Like,
so this is what, so it goes deeper than this.
Of course it does. I bet it does.
It goes, "You claim relatively generous, whereas Gearbox official statement was, we offered him an industry standard rate, but we were not able to reach an agreement. So which is it? Industry standard or relatively generous?" And then Randy Pitchford responded and said he was offered 2 times scale, twice union rates. He refused the offer. And then it keeps going. It just goes on.
God,
like,
damn.
Randy needs to shut up.
The thing is, like, he keeps doubling down on stuff. I mean, and this even goes as far as like the thing with the microtransactions that he had that with
where he said there was no microtransactions, but then there were.
Well, yeah, and I can see his argument, because he said there's no free to play microtransactions in that regard. He's like, you just get online, you play with your friends. So what he meant was, like, there is no like monthly service, and there's no loot, like pay to win, like loot box system.
Yeah,
which is that's what he meant by that. In the context of the whole statement, like, that's exactly what he meant. But they take it like there are microtransactions because of this, and he's like, "That's not what I said. You know it. I meant this." And they're like, "No, you said no microtransactions, and that means no microtransactions." And then, but the point is, like, I don't know if you saw the tweets between him and the guy from whatever Game Informer. Yeah, it was,
Andy McNamara.
He just kept doubling. He was just doubling down on it, and it was just like, "I can't believe you treat me like this. We've been friends for years. Like, how I can't believe that you like don't respect me enough to take me at my word, and instead you're sitting here trying to devalue me and my company." And it was kind of like, it was like watching a bad breakup happen, where someone was like, "Oh, I can't believe I slept. I let you sleep with me. I thought you meant something to me." It was like that cringeworthy where you're like, reel it in, bud. It's gonna reel it in a little bit. You're looking a little desperate. But yeah, I'm looking right now over on Borderlands 3's like IMDb page. Obviously Ashley Birch is back as Tiny Tina, but Ray Chase is doing the voice of Reese, and they've got Jim Ferranda as the voice of Claptrap. So, I mean, they've already got people listed. They ain't bringing these people back. Let's see, Jim Ferranda. What else has he done? Attack on Titans. You know what it is? For this, they probably just went over to Funimation in Dallas and just got some voice actors because this person is like Full Metal Alchemist, Dragon Ball Z, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, all the English dubs that they do there. And then I'm gonna look up Ray Chase. Yeah, kind of the same thing. Walking Dead, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, One Punch Man. Right, yeah.
It'll be interesting, I'm sure. You know, I didn't notice too much of a difference. You know, with all the shit that they modulations and everything they put on the voice, I'm sure it won't be too different.
Yeah,
Right, and a similar cadence too.
Yeah, and you know, especially with a claptrap, especially, if you're gonna hire a voice actor, voice performer, a lot of them can do like impressions, and you would hire someone who can do a similar impression.
Because you don't want claptrap to be like, "Yo, I got an upgrade."
Although that would be fucking hilarious. In all reality, if it did come in, he sound like fucking Chub Rob was like, "Yo, what up, bitches?" Like I would fucking die. I would love it.
You know, it'd be even funnier too. Or if they just get Nolan North to voice him.
Pass
them off to Nolan North every time. They just always give it to Nolan North.
Oh yeah. Well, that interview with Troy Baker, he's actually in an interview with Nolan North. They're together, and they asked him about it, and I think he turns to Nolan North and he was like, "They didn't hire you, did they?" And he was like, "Oh no, they didn't reach out to me about it." But it's one of those.
Yeah, they have a fun little show that they do on YouTube where they sit on a couch together and hang out.
I love that show. It's so what's it called? Rewind something? Fuck.
Retro Rewind.
Retro Rewind. It's exactly what it is. Yep. It's good stuff. Their friendship is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get on to the last article of this show, which is actually something that I guess maybe we need to check out because it is becoming the most popular game on Steam. It's gaining steam.
God damn it.
With over 500,000 sales and counting. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this.
Mordhau
is already a hit on Steam. It's a medieval kind of battle royale thing.
Oh, no.
With swords and arrows, but you can build and break down doors and castles, and it looks like a ton of fun. I watched the trailer to it, and I was like, "Oh shit! Maybe I need to try this."
What's the price? Let's go see.
I'm not sure.
Free to play?
It's right now. It's in early access, I think, and I don't think that it's free to play.
Whoops! Just opened Steam and just blocked all of our cameras. Sorry, guys.
Mordhau is $29.99 right now.
Okay.
But they have a supporter pack for $11.99. I don't know. Oh, it's DLC. I don't know what the hell that means.
It is the #1 selling game on Steam right now.
Wow.
With an overall positive of 7,929. It looks like a blast.
It does. Wow, it looks really good.
Oh my god.
Is it two armies? Just basically army versus army?
Yeah. Multiplayer medieval slasher. Create your mercenary and fight in brutal battles where you experience fast-paced combat, castle sieges, cavalry charges, and more.
All right.
Oh my god. Sorry.
It's a 64-player all-out war.
God, that's awesome. This sounds pretty badass. It sounds like For Honor, but fun. You can do first person or third person.
They also recently, it looks like, re-released Battlefront 2004 on Steam.
Nice.
We're sitting here getting all hyped, and you're saying because they re-released. Well, we thought you were on board with this, but nope.
No. Original Battlefront. They had Battlefront 2 already, but they brought the original Battlefront. It looks so bad. I want to play it. It looks so bad. It's got very positive reviews. Oh, I'm about this.
You about that life.
Oh, about this life.
All right, well, that's the show. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Hey, everybody, this is Hot Dog Jones. Out of 5 in the morning.
Jesus.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
Hot Dog Jones.
Hot dog.
Hot Dog Jones. Sound like Hot Charles.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I haven't pulled that character out in so fucking long.
Like
Yeah.
it's been like 17 years at least.
He was born out of Rocket League.
Rocket League, man. Those drunk nights, dude.
Oh, he just whined and tied that ball into the net.
It was a blast, man. Remember we had the other team cheering us on.
They were like, "Oh my god, that voice! Can I have him narrate my life?" The
Yeah.
other would just start talking. All right, let's get out of here. If you want to stay tuned, you can. We're going to do a little bit of a Q&A. If you'd like to do that sort of thing. It's going to be short though because we have to record a couple other shows.
Yeah.
We got to do some stuff. So, with that, I'm Jeremy.
I'm Doug.
I'm Kevin.
Lots of love, hugs, and all that bullshit.